Hi guys, Tim again with Real Southern Exposure. Welcome to another episode. What we're planning on doing today is we're going to end up cutting up some 2x612s and seeing about cutting some 4x4 8. Whatever we get around to, that's what we'll do. So with that said, let me go ahead and show you the log. Okay guys, the log we're going to be dealing with today is pine. This is a loblolly pine, and it's about 13 foot long. We're looking for 12-foot boards, but give them an extra foot, don't matter. The big end is 13 inches and the small end is 13 inches. And most people would believe that this log is straight because of that. And that is not true. This is a very much a male log. We do have protrusions coming up all over the place on it. And there's a ring of limbs, so the quality of 2x6 we're going to get off of this is going to be pretty shady at the most. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. Alright, so this log, this is what I mean about it being a male log. There's a lot of these stubs coming off of it from limbs where they were broken off whenever this thing was being skid through the woods. In addition to that, there is a ring of limbs up here on this end. I've already cut them down with the chainsaw. I learned my lesson early with the last log I cut about that. This is a pretty decent log. It does have a bow in it, a pretty significant bow. The center of this log is resting on the bunk, and the small end and the big end of the log both have the toe boards up on. So this log does have a little bit of bow in it, and we're going to do what we can to get as much of that out as possible. So with that said, why don't you do me a favor, kick back, relax, grab yourself a glass of sweet tea, and take in a little bit more Southern Exposure. Okay, so I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but the blade took a massive dive, and then after it took its massive dive, it came up. Sounded like it hit metal. After that, it was a little rough going through. I knew I eventually needed to change this blade, and I guess I'm going to have to do it sooner rather than later. I noticed it because there's a lot of blade chatter on the log. Now that could be speed, meaning that the saw head's going slower than what the blade is allowed to cut. So it starts digging paths into the wood. So I should have changed this thing already, but you know, time gets away from you. Should I have listened to the signs, the engine bogging down, the chatter in the wood, the massive amounts of tear out? Yeah, but you know, like everybody, you try to squeeze every little drop of energy out of whatever you're doing. And in a lot of cases, it's just better just to go ahead and change it, because I've had to run so slow because of the blade that it's taken me 2 to 3 times as long to cut this log. So let's go change this blade. We'll come back, clean this up, and start cutting some more boards. Alright guys, now that we got those 2 logs cut up, finally, go ahead and take a look at some of the lumber we ended up getting off of it. I think it looks pretty decent myself. So, go take a look at it. Okay, this is the 4x4. A lot of denim staining in it. Got a pretty decent sized knot. right in here with a little bit of bark intrusion on it. But other than that, it's really not that bad. So right here's the other side. Really nice cut, straight cut. I should have changed that blade earlier. You know, beautiful denim staining in it. It doesn't really matter, these are going to be post anyway. So. Alright, now we get down to the 2x6. And as you can see, good looking cathedrals in it. Alright. We get over here, this is a pretty good sized knot right there. Now, if you end up looking and take a look, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but that's chatter, blade chatter. Here's another one with a little bit of bark intrusion. You can see some of the bark dust being raked across the board. That bark is a bad deal. Now that bark is a really bad deal because that bark holds rocks, dirt, metal, hides, metal in from somebody driving spikes into the log, whatever. I don't like that stuff. That'll dull a blade quicker than running it through sand. Anyway, so with that said, I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you liked it. If you would please go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with a friend. We really do appreciate it. So with that said, God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.